Happy Father's Day, everyone. But more importantly, happy Great Gaz Giveaway Day, because it just happened to fall on today. I actually didn't plan it. If I'm being completely honest, I totally forgot that Father's Day was today. And then advertisements reminded me that it was Father's Day, and I went, oh, shoot. I've got to plan a live stream and Father's Day stuff, but thankfully I did all that. So I already had brunch with Dad, and here I am with all of you lovely nerds. And we're going to give away a pretty cool spinner. Before I talk about it a little bit more, I need to give a big shout out to Gaz EDC for, sponsoring this whole thing. If you haven't joined the Facebook group, please go and do so. What do I have up here? Right here, Gaz EDC. So Gaz EDC is doing some pretty cool stuff. I had never tried a Gaz EDC spinner, but man, I was right out of the box like, oh, this is what it is. Okay, I can get behind this. It's a fantastic little spinner. I am actually 110% sad that I have to give this away and that this isn't mine. Feeling a little selfish right now, if I am being totally honest. So yeah, big shout out to Gaz EDC, and also big shout out to Matt Oshman, one of the collectors out there. Great community guy. Matt Oshman is an admin for Gaz EDC, and he came to me and said, hey, I've got this spinner from Gaz that I can send to people if you want to do a giveaway. We want to do more giveaways. Do you want to get that all together? I was like, hell yeah, I want to do that. That sounds freaking awesome. So big shout out to Matt for facilitating the whole thing, getting the spinner from Gaz EDC and then sending it to me. Okay. So this wouldn't be happening without Matt Oshman. So big shout out to him as well. All right. We got a lot of the usual. What the heck? Do they celebrate Father's Day in Canada? Yes. They celebrate Father's Day here. For God's sake. What do you think you think that if I go out there, it's just like woolly mammoths and igloos and polar bears and stuff like that? Oh my God. Okay, guys. Jay Dizzy's here. Sup, Pippin? Good stuff. We're not doing an unboxing video though. No unboxing video today. That already happened. Yeah, that was the, announcement for this giveaway. Got that out nice and early so you guys could, know what was going on. So I'm going to run it a little differently today. I'm going to talk a little bit about the spinner, and then we're going to do the giveaway right away at the beginning, okay? For everyone who is here just for the giveaway, okay? Then I do have some other I got all these other little tasty morsels, mainly sliders, some sliders and stuff like that I just want to talk about a little bit more, because I think one, two, three, at least 3 of them are going on the Fidget Wheel, okay? To be won for free. So I'm going to talk a little bit about them, put them on the Fidget Wheel, and then we'll do the Fidget Wheel after after everything else, okay? What are you guys saying? Today, man, yes, yes, I think you live in an igloo. You know what? Then I have one of the most advanced igloos in all of the world. This igloo is banging. I mean, I even have I got a spot for my cat up there. This is the most banging igloo ever. Yeah. Well, yeah. I was asked by an American where I learned to speak English. What? Wow, you must have a really, really thick accent over there in Scotland for that to happen. Good on you. I love those thick UK accents where you can barely understand. I will mention it a little bit. after the giveaway. I have to, because it's been... I'll touch more on it later. I promise we will talk about it a little bit, but the full review has to come in later because I really want to make sure that I am not like within the honeymoon period when I do a full review kind of thing, because it is a new and special kind of thing. Okay, Chaos. Okay, I'll give you that one. Evening, Darren from Denmark. Thank you for staying up late. And I thought Steve Maddie's here too from Belgium. Thanks for staying up late, man. Okay, so let's get this underway. So this is a big minus in Zirc. Now it's a big minus short. Okay, so I didn't quite look it up. I'll admit, okay, I didn't look it up. But I can only imagine that the big minus, there's a longer version of this one. I'm going to guess, and you other gas experts out there can let me know. I'm going to guess that there's a longer version of this one, and it's probably like, what is it, like 55 mil or something like that? Because this is 50 mil long, okay? 50 mil is one of my favorite lengths. It's very, very, very great length because of this, okay? Some of you know what I talk about when I talk about this. It's that snap. Like I'll tell people, I'll say, when they say, how do you spin a spinner really fast? I'll say, pretend that you're snapping your fingers, but that you're holding a fidget spinner in it at the same time. And then a lot of the time it'll click for people and they'll go, oh, okay. And that's how it was taught to me by Jonas Nix, the maker behind Modusworks, okay? Because when I first got, my first spinner was a Modusworks Spinema thing. And I could not spin a spinner for the life of me. And my first video of opening this spinner was me just struggling. And then he saw it and he posted it. He sent me a little video and he was like, dude, it's a snap. And it's a video of him walking through his house snapping. And then he goes and he picks up a Spinema thing and he just starts going like this. And he starts snapping and then picking it up and going like that. And I was like, oh, so that's what it is. 50 mil is a perfect length for that snap. It's not too small and it's not too big. It's really, really great for it. So that's one of the best parts about this spinner. And one of the things I noticed right away, it is so easy to get this thing ripping. The balance is perfect. So when you pick it up, you get perfect balance. There's like, and you feel that. Where you feel that is where I can just float this thing on my finger and kind of move it around and you can feel it just adjusting. Like you can feel perfect balance, okay? Chaos had an interesting question. For flare. Or when it's really heavy, okay? So if it's a really heavy spinner, sometimes you do actually need to like give yourself a little bit of extra. That's what Chaos is talking about. He's talking about like when people go and they add like this like bit of this like risk action flip thing to it, but you don't need it. You can just keep it totally still. This is your engine, this middle finger right here. This is your freaking engine right here. Just this little guy, right? And it's all about how you get that snap going, all right? So part for flair, but with light spinners, completely unnecessary, I think. But with heavier spinners, sometimes you do need to just be like, "Rah," and really try to give it that extra thing. I'll stop flipping you off when you sent, oh, never mind. You sent it already, didn't you? I was going to say, I'll stop flipping Ace off when she sends me something to review. But I think Ace has sent me already something to review. So that's good. That'll be coming later. I hope that arrives sooner than later. I spent 2 weeks learning how, and now I can do the index and middle finger. So the other one, so there's the advanced. This is the advanced option. This is called the pinch. So it works well with the pinch as well. So you have flat grip. This is what's called flat grip. And it's called flat grip simply because you hold your thumb kind of flat on it like that. That's where flat grip comes from, because your thumb is flat on the spinner button. Okay. That's why they call it that. Then you have pinch grip because your thumb is pinched with your middle finger in this. and then you're holding with these two, and then the ring finger is your engine. Okay, so that's another one. That's a little bit more advanced. Took me a little bit longer to get that one, but that is another one that you can learn. Yes, absolutely. Is this fidget spinner available in pink color? Probably not. Unless you got it in titanium and you anodized it. But I think that would be an aftermarket kind of anodization that you would have to do. But you could anodize titanium. I know they're made in titanium. So. Yeah, you don't need to do crazy wrist action. You can, but it literally just, people ask me like, well, how do you get good at it? Literally do it like 10,000 times. Just keep doing it. Do it like 10,000 times and you'll be fine. So that's kind of the thing. Just keep doing it over and over and over and over again. Gotta say, I'm loving the gas. You have a tie. Okay, there we go. You have a tie lambda with a minus coming. So the lambda is the tri spinner. One thing we mentioned is that all of these are named like after symbols on a computer, basically. So the lambda, is that the and symbol, I believe? I'm not very literate. Here in Canada, we are in the igloos and we don't learn much English. So the minus, this is supposed to be like, a minus symbol, right? Just a line. And then I know that we're getting the equal soon, right? Which would be 2 lines. That one looks pretty cool. And then you got the lambda, that's a try. And then I could only expect that we're going to get a plus eventually, and that would be the quad spinner. So it'd be exactly like this, but you'd get it both ways. All right. Yes, there it is. Ding dong said it right there. The next new model is the equal. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. There we go. WCOW was my first taste of spinner action. I was not prepared. Yes, very, very heavy spinner. That is when you need a lot of that wrist action to do. I had a tungsten Catla for a little while. Couldn't really get behind the double bearing system. Became too much of a finicky thing to kind of keep going and maintaining and stuff. It was very hard to get it to actually like work all the time. So eventually I let that one go. Omega as well. That would be pretty cool. Like an infinity symbol Omega. That would be pretty sweet. So if Gaz EDC is listening, there we go. That would be great. Yeah, that would be a good one to do. I'd be into that. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Recently learned that Gaz models are based on math symbols. Yeah, instant hard for me. So you're a big math lover. That's great. I like math too. Use math a lot in carpentry. Carpentry is just math. If you're not good at math, you're not very good at carpentry. So that works for me as well. Otherwise, man, it's a solid little guy. It's a solid little guy. It's got a great, stonewash Zirc finish on it. It's Zirc, but it's got a Zirc blacken. It's got a stonewash finish on there. I don't really have a lot of bad things to say about this. I don't really feel any hot spots. I've had some people say that they can feel a bit of hot spots from these. I personally haven't felt it. I think it's just a matter of where you grip it from. As long as you make sure that your fingertip is just getting it right on that little rounded edge, you do not really, I don't really feel it. So a lot of times, sometimes when I feel a hot spot on a fidget, sometimes it's something I can't change, but sometimes it's just the way I'm playing with it, and then it will work. Oh, thanks. Okay, this is Gad EDC right here. Thank you so much for coming to Nerd Herd member. That's awesome. Welcome everyone, Gaz EDC to the Nerd Herd. That's perfect. Welcome, son. Okay, so there we go. Welcome to the Nerd Herd, Gaz. Square root would be wild. Yeah, there's some that are going to be a bit of a challenge, I think, to actually make sure we get to figure out a way to actually do in machining. Perfect. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, it's great, guys. Someone's going to win this thing. If some of my, usual members are wondering, like, is this like connected to like the Fidget Wheel winners or something like that? No. This is a separate giveaway. We're doing this one, then we're doing the wheel giveaway kind of thing. So we're going to move on and just get this thing done. Okay. So I'm going to make sure that we have our little giveaway bot all ready to go here. And yeah, we're going to do this thing. Okay. So Let's get a new giveaway started. We're going to do keyword. I'm going to kill the luck multiplier because this is not to do, this is just for everyone equal chance. Okay. So Nerd Herd members aren't getting a luck multiplier like you usually do on the Fidget Wheel. And we're going to make the keyword to type into chat, !GAZ, !Gaz. So if you type in !Gaz into chat, you will be entered to win this. Who already entered? Someone already get it in? Mike D already got one in. And now those ones. Okay, cool. Here they come. Here they come. Okay, perfect. Gas. Look at all these gazzers. Okay. It's exciting. Just one person gets this. Look at that. Even some makers want this. I saw Derek from Fidget Things go by. I saw Samuel from 2DC. I saw Asa from Out of Office Objects. Even makers want this. I think it's so great. I don't think !Baz will do the same thing, Darren. If I could enter you in, I would, but you're gonna have to type in Gaz to make it work. !Daz. No, that's still wrong. Yeah, still wrong. Okay. All right, up to 73. I'm gonna let this trickle in. And then usually what I do is I wait until it's kind of stopped. And then I will give it like just a little bit more. And then I'm just going to hit the choose a winner button. And that'll be the person. If whoever the winner is, if you're in like Canada, United States, I don't even care about shipping. It'll be cheap enough for me. I'll send it off to you. But if you are somewhere insane, like, Japan or, basically somewhere way overseas kind of thing, I will probably ask for a little bit of help with the shipping if you don't mind. But you are getting you're getting like a $400 value shipped spinner. So yeah, with shipping, this thing would come into around $400. Okay. Brand new, sent to me. I did unseal it so I could play with it. I had to. I'll send it all back in the original packaging and all that stuff. This is good. I got 82 entries coming in. Still coming in. It's good. We'll let them trickle in. I'm going to wait until I've got, maybe like a solid 30 seconds of no one else coming in here kind of thing. Michael Dieo, I'm pretty sure you got to put no space in between ! And Gaz. I just saw that pop up there. And I think that like Aaron Kwan did a space in between ! And Gaz, so that might not count. So you got to make sure you do that. Okay. This Nightbot is what does all these giveaways for us. And it's the only thing that makes it ! Gag. Okay, Corey. Cool. Good stuff. I don't even know if all the caps work. I would just do it exactly like I did it in the thing. ! GAZ, no capitals. You know what I mean? ! GAZ, no capitals. Yeah. Just like the last one came in there by Aaron. That one right there. Just like this. Put it in like this. If you haven't put it in like this, put it in like that. Like Aaron Kwan. He is now my example of how you should enter it in to make sure you are 100% entered into this giveaway. Okay? Things are still trickling in, and it will. Don't worry about like double entries. It's not going to let you double enter. It's just not going to enter you, and it'll only enter you once when you enter it in properly. Okay? It's looking for that keyword like that. Okay, that's a little better. We've got 89 entries, and I have just over 90 people watching. So that's pretty much starting to match up with the amount of people that are actually watching. So that's good. But that's a little example right there with Aaron Kwan on the screen of how you should type it in. You Canadian, huh? Yeah, I'm Canadian, Aaron. I'm Canadian as they come. Born and raised West Coast boy. West Coast boy, British Columbia, one of the best places to live in the world. Vancouver Island, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm a blessed human being. Canadian, born and raised, fresh, grain-fed, organic, gluten-free, not gluten-free. Yeah, just, Canadian. Born and raised in an igloo. Yes. I was born, and then my father, he cut a hole in the ice, and he just brought up a fish immediately and just fed it to me. He milked the fish right there, and he just gave me the fish's milk. That's how all Canadian children are born. Someone lived in Edmonton. What a god-awful place. I went to Edmonton once, West Edmonton Mall, just snow everywhere. Here, we just get this little of every season. It's like, it's winter? How would you like what we get last year? 3 days of snow? Here's 3 days of snow. Just to remind you that winter exists, and then it just all melts away. We get some rain, and then we get like not too hot summers. They are getting a little abysmal these days. But yeah. The cat's in the background. He's there. You got to type in the gas. There you go. You got it, Mike D. Okay, cool. All right. I'm looking like now I'm starting to see other entries besides the gas. So I'm gonna hit the click of winners here soon. Okay, I'm gonna start doing a countdown here. Okay, because all now we're talking about is milking fish. Aaron grew up in Wisconsin. Lived in Southern California, lived in Edmonton, but for 5 years as a child. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I've been to Edmonton. Oh, yeah, been to Toronto. Yeah, stayed for a couple weeks in Toronto. Yeah, I've been to Montreal. Montreal was cool for a couple weeks. That was nice. Yeah, you got to know a little bit of French or they get rude with you. They want you to try. They want you to at least try. If you try and you fail, they feel superior. And then they go, okay, I'll speak English to you. Because they can all speak English. They just pretend they can't until you fail at French. It's weird. Here, no one speaks French. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm not seeing any guys. Okay, merde. Exactly, Chris. Okay, here we go. Who's winning this damn thing? I love it. Perfect. Here we go. Boom. Done. Okay. And the winner is this gas spinner in the zirconium with this beautiful stonewashed finish from Gaz EDC. It is Chaos 406. Chaos 406. What the hell, man? Oh, you're a lucky dude. Oh, you talking about stuff? Oh, man. Chaos 406. Chaos 406. Holy crap. Oh, man. You kind of did. With what? 95 entries? 95 entries, and there you are. Oh my God, Chaos 406. Jesus. Okay. Well, when you get this thing, please post to Gaz EDC and to Fidget Nerd. Let everyone know how you like it. Get some sick warps on it. This thing just flies. You can actually get two warps off it on one flick. I had to a lot of times, like it's right at the peak of the second work when you really flip it. You can kind of just catch it, and then you get the second one. It's like it's just so great. So let us know, and yeah, thank you, Nightbot, for letting Chaos win. That was amazing. So Chaos, PM me on Facebook. I can't remember who everyone is all the time. So PM me on Facebook, and I'll sort out getting that all shipped off to you. Thank you, Gaz EDC. Thank you, Matt Oshman, for sending it to me. Thank you, everyone here, for participating. And yeah, there we go. Okay, well, that's the live stream. Bye, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're gonna stay. We're gonna stay, and whoever wants to stay and talk about some cool other fidgets, and then whoever wants to participate in the fidget wheel, please do. The only thing I ask is Chaos46, could you please kindly step out of the fidget wheel at the end of the stream? You've won very big. Okay, that's the only thing I ask is please kindly let the algorithm help someone else win today. That's all. Of course, you missed all the fun. Oh, Kevin. Thank you, son. Thank you, son. Thank you, Gaz EDC, for joining the Nerd Herd and for making these all possible. Please make more. Please make more. People want them. People want them. They're doing really good. You're very welcome, Justin. You're very welcome. A warp? You never see a warp before? A warp is when you... Where's a warp? Where's a warp? Let's find a warp. Let's find a warp. That's a fidget. That's a slider. That's a slider. There's a warp. That's a warp right there. So a warp is when you spin a spinner and you have your frame rate. There's another warp. That's a fidget spinner warp. And you have your frame rate set to the same, about 30 FPS. There's a great one. And then you have your spinner temporarily, the spin speed matches up with your frame rate. And then you get a warp like that. That's what a warp is. So that's when people warp in spinners. So yeah, it's a great spinner for doing a warp. So good. Glad that question's answered. Yeah, you almost have to do them in natural sunlight. The more light, the better. The more light, the better. Absolutely that. Well, thank you. Thank you for still mentioning it. You know, thank you for being a great participant. That's perfect. Thank you. Oh, too late. Too late. Sorry. Too late. Already happened. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on and we're going to talk about a couple of little things. Okay. So I got some stuff in the mail. Okay. So I'm going to put the Gaz aside for now and answer Darren's question. What is Darren's question? I've got a chance to grab a tie swoop. Still top 5. I tend not to venture too far from wrapped light plates and my SSS, your super stepped solid, which is another wrapped model for those who don't know. But the swoop and Pira keep calling my name. Let me just get it out, okay? So, okay, so I won't count. What I always do in my top 5 is I don't count other wraps. Like I'm not going to put another wrapped in my top 5 because they're all wraps, right? So I'm not going to say, oh, the MVI is my top one and then the SSS is below that. No, it's just wrapped, okay? It's not fair to do it that way. So yes, it still is in my top 5, but it's probably at the bottom at this point. Oh. So I'm just trying to... That one's haptics are just mind-blowing. Yeah, it's something like... If I was doing a quick one right now, if I'm doing a quickie, that's like out of the sliders I own right now, I would say that wrapped, like full metal machine wrap top, Pura by 2EDC, Wispy by Unquiet Hands, Slim Sob by Fidget Things, and then Titanium Swoop by Fidget Boy. Top 5 from 1 to 5. That would be what I would say. That's actually a pretty good That's actually a pretty good one. The Pura is like the wrapped and the wispy had a baby. Like that. That's actually kind of I see what you're saying there. It's like it picked up like all the beautiful haptics and slide quality from the wrapped, and then it picked up some of the thinness from the wispy, and they had a little baby. I like that, Justin. I like that. That's actually pretty accurate. Okay. Yes. Yeah. The Pro Zirc are smooth as glass. My Copper Slim with Pro Zirc plates booted the wispy out of my EDC. Holy crap, Steven. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So Wrapped Light got booted out for me by the Pura, because before the Pura was here, the Wrapped Light was in the top 5, and then the Pura showed up, and I had to get rid of one for the top 5, so it ended up being the Wrapped Light. But I hear what Darren's saying. There's really nothing smoother than Wrapped Light plates. And from what I hear now, the new method that Jonas is now using to stonewash his Wrapped Light plates, it's like they come out no break-in. There's none of that residue, that stonewash residue over top of the plates anymore that you need to kind of like polish away by using. So yeah. Not trying to start drama. You can start drama. I have swish plates, so that's what I want to talk about. You can start drama because I have swoosh plates now, and I wanted to talk about swoosh plates. Okay, so it is like, I mean, in Derek's defense, Derek's like really good at seeing what people want and what people like, and finding a way to make it happen in a way that like does the same thing, but is like his own take on it. And he's done that again with the swoosh plates. Okay, so just listen to this thing. There is something to be said about them being a lot like Wrapped Light plates, but they're not quite the same. Let me just get them on better mic. Okay, so now they're loud to the point where the wife almost doesn't, like, she can't really stand them. So I'll show you here. You got all this machine going around here, almost in like this like starburst sort of pattern around here. So the thing that gets me is like, it's better on a ladder than it is on a side push. Because of this. Where is it? Hear that? Right there. It's like a zippery, squeaky. That is the sound that I would like to maybe start getting a little bit more muted from getting broken in. So I'm really wondering if it's going to break in a little bit more and kind of having it be a little bit toned down, because that sound is like, it's louder than all the other sounds of the plates. I would be lying if I didn't say that the plates like are kind of an upgrade to the regular ones that were like more smooth, but I would also be lying if I said that I want to just get rid of the old plates, because I actually still do like the old plates, and I think I will keep them just in case I want to go back to something like that. What? What's this? So what did Jones the other day? As after speaking, the machinist at the company I work for, they see no reason why those light plates can't be pressed with fully formed corners. Oh, you mean like have it all a corner all the way around? Yeah, I guess not. I guess you could. But you also have to remember that Jonas, I think, is just going for... when he made the wrapped light, he wanted to go for the absolute most affordable, easy to make, thing that he could just pump out kind of thing. So, knowing Jonas, he could have thought about doing something like that, but decided not to. I don't really know. I've never tried the Zirc plates. Where is that, Jeremy? Jeremy, there you are. Really love the Zirc plates on my brass sob slim. They never get stuck, always smooth. And these are always good too so far, but I've only had these for a few days. I have the same magnet setup that I had in it with the other plates. I think I've noticed it flying off a little bit more. I have to be a little bit more nimble with it when I'm doing this move. But otherwise, I've been finding myself just getting lost in it and the sound. But it is a little bit louder than I was expecting it to be. But I tell you, that first time I put them on and then I slid it, I was like, ooh, oh, okay. Okay, we're really doing this. This is like, it's almost less of a swoosh and more of like a zippery, like it's got a zippery thing to it. Very, very zippery thing. I agree. But they're hard to machine. They're kind of hard to machine from what I know. So yeah, it's not always like the most like, just make more Teflon plates. Just do it. It's not like you got to think about like the process. And it can be hard to really, you can't really, the biggest thing I know about is that it's really hard to hold down a Teflon plate onto, what are they called? Holdings, like in a CNC machine, and hold them down in a way where they're not going to get all messed up, and then you can actually still machine them. It's a bit of a process. So if there are any machinists in the chat right now, I bet you can attest to that. That it is one of the biggest challenges as far as the machinists I've talked to is can be hard to make Teflon plates. Here we go. So Darren says he has them on his. They do lose a bit of scratchy side grind, but it's still there. Okay, that's what I expect, right? Okay, yeah, that's a great That's a great comparison, Arnie. Thank you. Yes, Compiform. Compiform is probably the loudest metal fidget like out there. Like, prove me wrong. Like, it's so loud that I basically got rid of mine. Like, I can only kind of really have fidgets that like work with like, the rest of the house and my wife and like the family and stuff and ones that people are going to be like, oh my God, no. Right. Like Bunny, my wife came out the other day and she was like, she's like, your new fidgets that you got in the box, very loud ones. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry. And I kind of just grabbed the gas spinner and like started spinning that instead. And she was like, I think you could probably play with them quieter. And I'm like, I could, you're right. And then I tried and I realized it's not as easy as say like playing with a wrapped, like a little bit lighter. There's something about the wrapped, how it's baseline. It's really easy to like be really quiet with it, but still get satisfied from its sound and haptics, or just let it kind of open up. But you can be quieter with it. You can like, hold it tighter and like just be quieter, or you can just kind of go, and open it up and have it be that. Yeah, there we go. Ace is here. Teflon is so slippery that fixturing it is difficult because all the cuts will move it around. Exactly. So you basically end up trying and you think, I got this. I got it held down. It's going to be great. And then it gets, the bit gets on there and just probably just destroys the damn thing. So my Compiforms look pretty in my drawer. The tie plates are much higher pitched too. Yes, they are. Those titanium plates are, the only word I've ever come up with for the sound of like titanium plates with Compiform and all of its sound is just, it's intoxicating. It's like hypnotizing. And that would be kind of a comparison I could make with these new swoosh plates. There is something kind of intoxicating and hypnotizing about how swooshy they are. And it does add to the click, like the down click, even though you can't quite hear the sound of the plate sliding while it's clicking, it's there and it's enhancing the sound of the clicks. So this is kind of a great testament to why I believe that if you want your slider to be like truly, truly premium, you need to spend the same amount of time thinking about what kind of pattern and texture you have on the top of your slider body as you do on the surface of your slide plates. You can't just really go out there and just do flat plain plates and like, you know, have it be like premium. This is being emphasized in, you know, the swoop, right? Paid attention to what was going on the slide plates. Got, you know, better results with that. The wrapped, of course, paid attention with the surface of the slide plates. Got the best results. The Pira paid attention to the texture and surface of the slide plates. Got really great results, right? So that's how that all works. Can we get a macro on those plates? Which ones? Like, oh yeah, like which plates? These plates? Get macro. I can try. What I got here. Sob. Yeah. Something like that. Is that macro-y enough for you? That's about as macro as I can do right now. Might not be in perfect focus. I think it'd have to be further away even, but yeah. There is a pattern. There's definitely a very deliberate machining pattern going on there. You know? Yeah. Okay, cool. No, you don't have those ones yet. Okay, yeah. Those are the swoosh ones. Those are the swoosh ones. Okay, so that's that. That's that. What's the other one we can talk about? This one. So recently I had Jesse from Otter EDC send me a little package with some supplies and stuff like that in it. And I open it up and he's got, this pops out, this guy. So this is another, speaking of Saab, and it said for the wheel, written in the same writing as the for the wheel from Derek. So this is another Saab Slim. So this is the one we already had on the wheel. This is the 3D printed one with the brass inserts and the very much wrapped light inspired plates. And then this one is basically a full TPU version of the Saab Slim. Same brass inserts, same wrapped light inspired slide plates. So I don't know which one they're kind of this. I've been playing with both, trying to, they basically feel the same. All I notice is that sometimes the TPU one is like almost too grippy. If the tackiness on my hands isn't like perfectly clean and I have any little tackiness on it, like right now it's fine because I've moisturized. But yeah, I don't know. They're both still really good. Like just like the lightest bit of crunch in there. Throw the TPU one like at the wall, like out of the igloo window, like just out. No, I'm not gonna do that. I have dropped it though. It doesn't fucking break. It's like it's literally drop proof. Like it does not break. You have pro stainless steel plates on it. Crazy. I haven't tried any of the TPU ones. Think it'll bounce. Yeah, it does bounce. It's like a, oh, yeah, there it goes. Yeah, it bounced. I saw it. It bounced. Yeah, the TPU bouncy TPU ball. So that is a cool thing. It is basically entirely. And then Derek, is this TPU in there as well, or is that just PLA? I couldn't figure it out. If the inner part there is a switch to PLA for that inlay, or is it all TPU through there? That was one thing I was kind of wondering about. Yeah, okay, that's PLA. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So that's a PLA insert in there, and then it looks like a stainless steel thing. Anyway, this is going up on the wheel for free. So that's pretty cool. So that'll be on the wheel. And that one's already on the wheel. And then another slider that was in there was this little Rage 3D one. What was this one called? The weighted... What is it? It's called the weighted Strata. The Rage 3D weighted little Strata. Put it on the wheel. Okay, cool. So, interesting little thing. I think that Jesse had gotten it for himself and wasn't quite his thing. But the thing that I liked about it is that it's like the only one I got where I don't know, like, you can be so quiet with this thing, but it's still good. Like, you can make it kind of work. Here, let me put it on speaker for you. Or so much thinner. Like, it's a much thinner width, but still pretty cool. Very nice little, like, easy to carry around kind of little 3D printed thing. So that'll be up there. That'll be up there as a free one, which is great. Always good to have more free hits on the wheel. And then this one's actually pretty cool. I don't know. Yeah, I'll get to it. Saving the things I'm most excited about. It's just magnets. Thank you. Yes, that is what makes sliders work. I don't know if anyone knew this, but it's magnets. Magnets are what makes sliders work. You could get the... I don't know. Is anyone else that touched this? Can you... I don't know about that. I had fishes before. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should start using my Wrapped to clean... Maybe I should get a fish tank and then start using this to clean the fish tank. I don't know. I'm going to pass, though. I think I'm going to pass on that. Okay, so... he got says that's like, prove me wrong. It's like, prove me wrong, eh? All right, so this one's pretty cool. This is a prototype from, I gotta get the name right. What is it? The M02 prototype? Yeah. So this is like it's like a sandwich one from Otter EDC. And he wanted me to try it out, see what's going on. I don't know if I'm allowed to put it on the wheel after, but I think it's pretty cool. And I'm going to put it on the wheel anyway, because I actually was finding myself playing with this. I was like watching a TV show and I just like kept grabbing for it and just didn't even notice I had it in my hand. And I was like, oh, look at that. There it is. And I was like, I don't really like square sliders very much. And I don't always like, the sandwich sliders, and I've tried both, and I find that the sandwich ones just kind of go, oh, they're not really for me. But I've never tried a sandwich that's a square. And the same thing I said to Jesse was, I think this is my favorite iteration of a sandwich slider. And I said, I think it's because it's a square. I don't think that, now I'm convinced that I don't think sandwich sliders are supposed to be in a rectangle. I think they're supposed to be square. It just, I don't know. It just seems like it's more appropriate because when you put it all the way out, it then becomes a rectangle. Right? But when you do the rectangle ones and they're, a sandwich, they just become this ridiculously long, like way too long thing in your hand. But when you do a square, it's already not like too long either way. And then you go, and then it's at the same kind of length that normally you would have thing. You would have a, you know, rectangular one thing. Oh. Do we still have the quant? I don't know. Is it still here? I thought I gave it away. Oh, it's still here. Oh, we still have the Klondike. Okay, Klondike's still on the wheel. I can't remember anything. Still here. Okay. Yeah, let's try it out. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with this. Yes, you did, Nicholas Hieros. You did miss the giveaway. It was at the very beginning. It's okay. Chaos won. So, you can just look him up, find out where he lives. Go try it. Let's see if this works. So, it's a little bigger. Oh. It works. It works. Actually works quite well. Listen to it. That's another cool thing, is that it doesn't come together there when you go like that. So you can do that cool, the meat of the sandwich click. Think of that as like the meat, and you're like clicking that back into the bread. My motor skills aren't entirely there with it, so I do look a little floppy. But it does have cool things that you can go like, you can make like a diamond sort of thing with it. And then you can, it works with the other one. I'll show you the other one. It doesn't work, but yeah, it's not working with that one, but Jesse was showing me this. He says he gets it into like this, and then he sits there and flips it like that. And I never even thought to do it. And then he showed me that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. I like that. You just sit there and do that forever, kind of thing. So, yeah. Really enjoying it. Thought it was really cool. So, yeah. I don't know if he wants me to put it on the wheel, but I'm going to put it on the wheel anyway, because it's not like I'm throwing it out, okay? So that's going to go up free on the wheel. And yeah, we're all going to say that, yes, Jesse, we like him. And if he changes it, then it'll end up being a rare, you know, kind of thing. Some rare slider that's a prototype that never to be got again. And then you can, you know, sell it for $1,000 or something like that. All right. So that was pretty cool. That's cool that the Klondike's still here. Put that back in its little box. Okay, so I'm not going to talk too much, like I said, about the gravity clicker, but gravity clicker, I've done something that I haven't done in a long time. When I got it, I told myself, I am going to put away all of my sliders. And I thought, oh my God, can I? I was like, it was like a hard thought. I put all my wraps away, all of my other sliders. I put my spinners away too, except for the Gauss because it was here and I was like reviewing it and stuff. I made myself only take the gravity clicker with me out to work and in the car and stuff like that, because I knew from the moment I opened it, and you'll see in the unboxing video when I release it, that at first I was going like, this thing is just, oh, it's too weird. I don't like it. what's going on. And you know what? I have to give a big thank out to Tire Bulge. I don't know if you're still here in chat, Tire Bulge, but Barry Tire Bulge, I was mid recording the unboxing video for this thing, and I open it up and I'm like, oh God, I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to do with this thing? This thing is so weird. What am I supposed to do? So I stopped recording and I went to the Unquiet Hands group, and there was a video by Terry Tire Bulge, and he has the Ultim version of the Super one, and he's doing this move, okay? And I'm like, oh, what's going on there? So I quickly kind of learned that move. Honestly, took like 10 minutes, okay? And then I started recording again. It was like, just pick this up. Now I get it. And this is the move. If you've seen me post on Unquiet Hands already, I already mentioned, I was like, all you need to do is learn that move. And then you know, if you just put it on your finger and you just click, 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 and yeah, boring. You could flip it and do like a flip click kind of thing like that. Right. And you're like, okay, that's pretty cool too. But if you don't, oh God, talk about that too, because you will drop this thing. But if you don't learn this, you don't get it. And all it is you pinching that there. It's the best way I can describe it. So I'll of course get into this later, probably next week, maybe the week later. I don't know. I need to see how I feel about a review time for it. But you're just pinching that and you have that on top, and then you click that and the middle one never moves. You're just going around, flipping that, and then that. This is where the titanium becomes the best one. I'm sorry to say titanium is the best one, because I have the Ultim one too that I'll show more in their full review, but you can't really do this flip. You can't do that as much with the Ultim. It's too light. And where it comes down to why it's called the gravity clicker is because it is gravity that makes it come over, right? So you flip it and then you use gravity and centrifugal motion to flip that thing over. And that is addictive as fuck. You can just sit here if you just do it over and over and over again. Darren, this is supposed to be the fat finger one, okay? There is another one. Oh my God, the magnets are so strong, and yet you still drop them. There is one that's supposed to be for little fingers, but I don't like it as much, and I will get into reasons about that in the future. And this is supposed to be for thinner fingers, okay? And then this is supposed to be the fat finger one, all right? So I don't know. It still works. It still works. I think you could still have thicker fingers, but if you're talking like absolute sausages, I don't know. It's very, very addictive. Okay. And then I'm working on this one too, where you go all the way around, but this is more, that's getting more kind of doing I call it like the 3-finger travel, but this is like 2 flips going up and down, right? And holy crap, you will drop this thing. I knew right from the get-go, oh my God, this thing is going to get dropped. I already had to search for this thing in my car 3 freaking times. 3 times, because I'll drive. I'm driving, right? But then I've got it like over top of like the passenger seat. Sorry, I guess some people it's like this. Right? We're in wacky countries driving on the other side. But, I'd be like driving like this and it's over top of the driver's seat. And all of a sudden see, there it goes. So do not use this thing over concrete, because holy crap, you will drop it. 110% you will drop it on concrete. So the only time I've ever taken videos and like I forced myself to take it out in the car, forced myself to like take it out on dog walks, but then forced myself to not use it unless I was over top of grass and my dog's like taking a little break, like chewing a stick or something like that. Then I would go and stand over grass and use it, kind of thing. I don't know. All I know, Chaos, is that I have, so look it up. like measure your hands from, I think it's from the tip of your middle finger all the way down to here, or to the first crease in your wrist. So you measure your hand like that, and then you take that measurement and then you look up the average hand size for a male. All I know is that you can take it from me. I have done that before. I have the absolute average hand size for a male human. Okay. So you can take that as a basis, and I will say that this works just fine and way better than the smaller one. Okay. This one is where it's absolutely at. And then I'll answer some other questions about clicking. I'll show you a couple extra moves, and then we'll do the wheel. Okay. There we go. Tire bulge. She has fat fingers. Big one's fine. This is another part. So get used to this. So the alt will scratch, but this will, see how the lines are, this is like 100% normal. So you don't have any of the shiny bits when you first get it. It all looks like the inner bit right there. You know, it all has, and oh my Lord, is it smooth? Oh my Lord, is this thing so smooth? It's sometimes all I want to do is just roll it around on my finger, especially when your finger's like not sweaty or tacky or something like that, and it's super smooth. I'll just sit there and I'll just roll it around and feel just how smooth that is in there. It's such a very, very nice polished stone wash that is really known from Unquiet Hands. Yes, drop quite easily, but you get used to it, right? This is a motor skill thing, and I knew that I was gonna get used to it, and I drop it less and less the more I learn how that fling is and how much motion it needs to come up from there, because it's dangling there and then it comes up from there. But oh my Lord, the magnets are strong. I can't keep it because I have my tray over here and I have other stuff. I'll put like a slide like this here, and then, you know, you'll take like this, and was it going to do it? It's like, it's so, it doesn't look strong. Okay. That's not a very good example, but oh my God, like attracting to each other, it's crazy. They just like come right onto each other. It's been kind of annoying keeping them in the same area. Yeah. So they just like, what am I going to do? Yeah. Unquiet Hands. Yeah. So this is totally new, right? This is a totally new game changer kind of idea. And I find it to be the most interesting when you're just sitting there like absentmindedly doing stuff. It's like if someone was able to like incorporate a slider with a knuckle roller with that absent-minded feeling of just like clicking a pen while you're like, you know, writing something or watching Netflix or something like that. It's just got that feeling to it. And you're almost better at it when you're not looking at it, if that makes any sense. Oh, I don't know. But at this point, I absolutely want to keep at least one of them in my collection, like 100%, because it's just such a refreshing, different kind of thing to do. And honestly, sometimes I get bored of sliders, right? And I want to have something new to, you know, refresh the palette. So at this point, even within the honeymoon period, Matt Oshman's here. Thank you, Matt Oshman. Matt Oshman's here. This is the guy facilitated the Gaz thing. Help me send it to me. Thank you, Matt. As I was saying, yes, no. So it's so refreshing. It's so refreshing to have something totally different like this. And I'm so glad that I just forced myself to keep picking it up, keep trying with it and learning more, because, oh my God, you feel so cool. Like when you start getting the moves, and it's just, this thing makes me feel like I could get more into other skill toys, because it is a bit of a skill toy-esque sort of thing mixed with a slider, right? So Tom Linné, you did it again. You figured it out again. You did it again. It's pretty cool so far. So we're probably going to do a review on that next week, I would guess. I think I've had enough time at that point to do that. But yeah. It's really a game changer. Hopefully they are simple enough that they can get enough made. What I sent for. There were 270, I think, for the 270 for this. For the Thai version and 250 for the Ultim version. So not cheap, but in my opinion, 100% worth it for, you know, what it probably takes to machine. They are non-modular. So I don't even think Tom should have said it on the website, but he mentioned it, I think, more in a way to like not scare people off, because everyone wants something modular, right? So he has this little blurb on the website saying this is a press fit sort of thing, right? They press together, and that's like a press lock fit, so there's no screws or anything like that. So he mentions it's like, in theory, you could get it apart, but you have magnets. You have 2 stacks of magnets. Here. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't do this further. So you have like the Ultim one, right? So you've got double stacks of magnets. And these ones have a polarization going that way. Those have a polarization going the other way, right? There's multiple layers, right? So you imagine opening that little fucker up. I don't want to open that up. That'd be a disaster, right? So this is just a non-modular thing. You just keep it like that, right? Me? Thank Tom, but you're welcome. Yeah, let's fucking go, Mitch. Let's fucking go. Wolfie's here. My freaking igloo buddy. We're talking about igloos, Mitch. How's your igloo doing? Talking about all the igloos that we get raised in over here in Canada. Eh? Yeah. Yeah, no brainer for people who like to repeat doing stuff to get focused for a long time. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, exactly. But it is a little, it can be a little clicky, but it's not as clicky as I thought it would be. This is perfect. I'm giving so much review now. I'm probably just going to say all of this stuff again next week, but I'll do more of a comparison between all of them and stuff like that, because there is even more to say and I want to get into it more. But yeah, it's good. Oh, it's cold there, eh? Still? Yeah. You live in freaking Ontario, man. That's horrible. Yeah. The Micro G still has the weight to do the fling. Okay. But I'm going to talk more about why I like it a little bit less later on. Yeah. It's not as loud. Yeah. You can make it a little quieter. You can like start playing with it like a little less, but, yeah. Oh, Letterkenny. What an accurate representation of Canada. Right, Mitch? No. You'll find out. There'll be more. He's definitely going to make more. He's got to do another batch. 100%. Okay, cool. Great. Good. I think that's everything I wanted to get through. So let's put some stuff on the wheel. Let's get that stuff up there that we were going to put up there. So what do we have? We have another, we're going to just call it the TPU Sob Slim. That's a free one. That was up there. And then we had I'm putting it up. The M02. Should I put more info? I'll just explain it at a time, and I'll put more info up. I'll put Otter EDC for now. And then if someone hits it and they're like, what the fuck is that? I'll tell them and I'll show them. And then we also had, what was it? Oh, right. The Rage Lil Strata. The Lil Strata by Rage 3D. For free. Cool. That's great. Dude, poutine. If you haven't had Canadian poutine, dude, I've watched Americans try Canadian poutine for the first time, and they're like eating it, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" It's one of the best carb foods in the entire world. What? Are you for real, Matt? What is this? Want to add another gas spinner? The stainless steel Lambda Tri? Is that for real? You want me to add it? Is that what you're saying? Woo! Let's do it. That's so good. Okay, cool. For free? Or for free or a chance to buy? For free or a chance to buy? If it doesn't matter to me. It could be either. Just let me know the price if it's a chance to buy. That's funny because I'm actually very Icelandic, like on my mother's side. It's like extremely Icelandic. Free. This is so cool. Oh, thank you, Matt. Matt, you're freaking awesome. This is crazy. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna put a stainless steel. How do you spell it? Lambda. How is it? Lambda. Okay, lambda. That's great. So, Matt, you're just going to tuck that aside. That's your only responsibility. You just have to tuck that aside. And then when and if someone wins it, you send it off to them. Or if you are sick of having it around, you text me, let me know, and I will do a special live sign-up sale, and we will get it off the wheel kind of thing. All right? But yeah, that's freaking awesome. Wow, Matt. What a guy. This has been so cool. They are so great. Cool beans and enter. It is on. Okay. It is on. Up to 23 items on the wheel. Before we do this, I just forgot to take a little Gandy poo at what we got going on here. So yeah, here we go. So who have I talked to? So we're still doing the Drake sus eventually. Got follow up with Wizard EDC. He said he was going to talk to me, but we have a pretty good relationship. So I think I'm going to ask him about an exotic wand. I think you guys want a wand over beads. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. So we're going to replace his bead sus ticket with a wand. And then Scam Designs, I don't know. He's doing his own thing. It would be nice to have a torque bar on there, but I don't think he's going to keep one hanging around, right? So I don't know. Tom Lene said he was going to think of something, so that's awesome. There is a package, I believe, on the way from Sacred Spin still. I could talk to Zero Feud again. Could ask Handpower again. They were both like, I don't know, sounds like a good idea. I'll think about it. And I'm like, we already have big stuff from LIC EDC with the the Tungsten Goldie. Pose, that's what it was. So I talked to Marie, who's like the Canadian representative for Pose, basically, like the biggest fan. And she talked to Ben, and she basically said that he is going to contact me eventually and talk to me about having a chance to buy Pose Cocoon Spinner up there as well. Griffin EDC, I'm going to follow up with. We already know there's a big soft triangle coming. And yes, there is something coming from Out of Office Objects, but it is not bookends. I'll leave it up to your imagination what it actually is. Okay. Oh my God. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves me. Jesus loves me. Okay. Is a sus ticket simply an entry into an upcoming sus, or is it for the next sus that makers run? It is very based on, I let the makers sort of decide what rules they want to do. So what it's basically saying is it's saying, think of it as a way to be like, it's a ticket saying that you just get to go to that maker and be like, what do you have to sell me right now? Okay. I know supply is limited, but I won this ticket and we now have to work out a sale. You have to sell me something. Okay. So a lot of people have been going for like the clean EDC one because everyone wants a slim pillar, and Osman from Clean EDC continues to keep this one up here. He's got a Clean EDC sus ticket up on the wheel that he keeps up there all the time. He tells me just leave it up there. Okay. And that's great. So I think last week, was it last week or the week before? Someone won that. They went for it. They won it. And I was like, another one, dude. Someone won another one. So it turned out that Zirc minis were the next ones up. So it's all up to the makers. So I'm pretty sure that Osmond said, this is what's coming up next. Take it or leave it, right? At a certain point, that ticket will just be void. It's not like you can sit there on the ticket forever just waiting for tungsten to come, right? Because that's the other thing he says. He's like, everyone wants a tungsten slim pillar. Everyone wants a tungsten slim pillar. Update on Matt. You know, I'm still too scared. I don't know. I could PM him. Do you guys want PM? I could. I just feel like you won't. You know what I'm going to do? What do you think about this? Okay. Because I don't know if you guys saw that video that I posted in the like just the Daily Fidget and like Spin Space Facebook group and stuff. But I posted that little video of Greg Mig winning the chance to buy the aluminum Pura. And I edited it down to like just a 3-minute thing. So it was a nice little example of what the wheel is about. And it was a total flop. Both posts, no one even paid attention to them. It was stupid. So I'm thinking it's because it was posted in one of those big groups. So what I'm thinking is that I repost that video, but in like every group that you guys might want something from. And then I say in the thing, like, comment on this video what you would like to see from this maker on the wheel. And I think that might get a little bit more attention. So I'm thinking about redoing that and posting that video in like all the groups. That was kind of my thought, right? Because the other one was just a total flop. No one even paid attention to it. Nope, you don't need to do anything right now. We are going to do this right now, though, because we're going to figure it out. So we've been talking enough. Oh, God, you guys, I love talking. You guys get me talking. Okay, so let's do this right now. Let's figure out who is going to be spinning the wheel. Let's do it. Okay, so that is done. We are going to redo this. We're going to reset all the entries. We are going to redo the options. We are going to bring this back to what you have to type is ! Fidget. Wait. I don't think I changed the luck multiplier back. Yeah, advanced setting. Okay, so here. So Nerd Herd members get the... Just okay. I'm gonna reset it one more time because I don't know if that's working yet. Stop. Okay, reset one more time. Reset. Okay, there, go. Now it should work. Okay, sorry. I want to make sure that yeah, there you go. Subscribe luck multiplier 2. I want to make sure that you guys are getting your luck multiplier. Anyone that has a little number beside their name. Oh, I want you guys to get your luck multiplier. Okay, so Nerd Herd members, people with the number beside their name, they get the luck multiplier. Okay, you type that in and we'll see who's spinning this fidget wheel. Let's bring up the list of our previous winners to find out who would end up being a super winner if they did. We had the Inaba. Yeah, it was Inaba, a clean EDC ticket before that. Okay, yeah. I think that list is accurate. There we go. Chaos, did you win last week? Chaos 406? I know I don't want you in it today, but yeah. I'll go look later. Sometimes I forget to update the list. Chris, Arnie Horta won last week? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Maybe it's up to date. That's good. He will win again soon. Arnie Horta. The luck of the Horta will prevail. The luck of the Horta will prevail. Yeah, Inaba won last week. That's what I have here. So we're all up to date. That's cool. And yes, Inaba went for the clean EDC ticket. PM Dosman, hey buddy, someone, Inaba dumped all of his points into clean EDC ticket and won. The luck of the Blimbus will prevail. The luck of the Blimbus. You'll see. You will see the luck of the blimbus. Okay, they're still coming in. They're still coming in. It always works. It always works. It doesn't always work. There's been a couple times. So yeah, where it says Chris is talking about what Chris is talking about. It always works is when someone uses their fidget points, like Chris has 4 fidget points, right? Where he uses his fidget points to level up the fidget wheel, and then goes and just dumps all those fidget points into making the item on the wheel they want as big as possible if it's a paid item. And then, what will you guys say? 9 times out of 10, it basically, at least by the 3rd spin, they get it and they've got it. But there has been 1 time out of 10 or 2 where it doesn't actually quite work, and you just end up being like, merde, kind of thing, right? So that's what he be talking about. And this is kind of slowing down a little bit. Remember, it's going pretty soon here. If you want to enter it in just like Ding Dong. Just like Ding Dong. Enter in !fidget for your chance to go and spin the mighty wheel of fidget and possibly win a chance to buy something or win something for free. There's different kinds of stuff up there. And Timothy, you'll be able to take a look. Arthur, thank you for joining the Nerd Hood. W's in the chat for Arthur K. Looks like he's a cat. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have a cat. There you go, Jared Lou. That's how you would join up the Nerd Hood. There we go. Thank you, Inaba. Thank you, Inaba, for joining the Nerd Hood. That's amazing. Rejoining, I think. Rejoining. Yeah, you still have a 3 there. Perfect. Okay. Just like Dung Ho, !fidget into the chat, and you will be entered. We got 55 entries. I'm going to pull this pretty soon here. It's starting to trickle down. Okay? We got to get this done. Okay, here we go. We're going to find out who is spinning the wheel. Is it going to be someone that's lucky as fuck, like old lucky ass Austin right here, or something like that? We're going to find out. Here we go. It's Stephen Clayton Jr. Stephen Clayton Jr. Stephen Clayton Jr. Stephen Clayton Jr. You are up. That makes you a super freaking winner. That is your 2 wins for the period. Stephen Clayton Jr. We have a new super winner. That is amazing. That is your 2nd win. You can only win 2 times per 6 months. That is the new rule. There we go. Super freaking winner. I'm going to put stars beside your name. We have a new super lucky winner. So that means if Steven ever wins again, it throws the game into another thing, right? He can't win again, but he can participate. He can participate and throw the game into another thing. Oh no, Crack Smoker, you're late again. Crack Smoker. We just did it. I gave so much time. I swear to God, guys, I gave so much time. All in on the gas. Oh, Darren's already deciding. All in on the gas. Well, we're going to find out. It's going to be up to Steven what he is going to do. Poor Crack Smoker. Less crack, more YouTube. That's my advice to you. And drink water, okay? Drink water. Stay hydrated. So let's see. Where's Clayton gone? He's going to get up here. His 2nd win of the period. Yeah, Chris knows. Custom solve. Can't cost free. Yeah, you can't dump all your points into a free one. Okay? But you can dump all your points into a paid one. You can put 1 point on a free one. There's Steven. Okay, so Steven, you have 3. You have 3 fidget level points. It's your little 3 there. So you're a level 3. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to dump your points into more spins? You want to give yourself more than 3 spins? I'm fine with you putting all 3 in there. You could have 6 spins. Just freaking go for it. No one really does that, but you could. You could put all of your points into something like, the titanium swoop, that's a paid one. The custom sob, that would be another one, because I do hear, no, you have a lot of sobs, don't you? You already have a lot of sobs. You're probably not going to want to do that. You probably already know what you want. Or, you could take 1 point each and put it into some of the free stuff, right? That's an option. So I'm going to let you kind of look at the wheel a little bit, spin in there, and decide how you want to do this. Then we're going to... You guys get me talking so much. This is supposed to be a short live. 1985 sedan. Yeah, that's sedan. You could put 1 point into the sedan. That's Jeremy Campbell's little 3D printed. 2 points. 2 points on the custom sob. Okay, 2 points on a custom sob. That works. Where we got it? Okay, I like this. He's splitting it up. Okay, 2 points into the custom sob. Where do we get it? There we go. Okay, so he's got 3. So he's putting 2 into the custom sob. So that makes this one into a 3. Okay. 1 plus 2 is 3. And then he has 1 more point. Okay. 1 point into the edible ice cream sandwich. Oh, that's nice. Okay. How do I have that one written down again? It's always a challenge. There it is. So that's turning that one from a 1 into a 2. They're nice and spread out. I'm not going to do a shuffle because I think that's good that they're spread out. Gives a better chance. So you've got the custom sob right here. That's been enlarged to a 3. And then you have your edible ice cream sandwich bumped up to a 2. Okay. Here we go. First spin. Big money. Big fidget freaking money. Let's do it. Oh, nope. Didn't hit what we wanted. But you did get, isn't that funny? So you could just walk away with that Klondike ice cream sandwich that we were looking at earlier. Okay. So that is an option. And I mean, look, I have it right here. There we go. So it's up to you. You could just take it and run, or you have 2 more spins to try for more glory. I have a feeling that Steven is the kind of guy to try again. He wants to go for it. I have a feeling he wants to go for it. We will see. Spin, please. There it is. Okay, here we go. Second spin. Big freaking fidget money. Let's do it. Let it work. Let it... Oh, the flips. Oh! Nothing gets wild. So it's like, it is here still, isn't it? It's here. Where is it? Okay. Yeah. So this one's actually fun because this one comes with a special leather case from Lorraine Grant. Okay. So this is the Flip Side Boy by Fidget Boy. Spin, please. Okay. Well, that's what he knows. That's I'll just line them up. Those are 2 of his options so far. He's forfeiting that one, and he's going for the third spin. This is what he goes home with. This is it. Here we go. Third spin. Okay, big money, Steven. Oh, it was so close, but oh my god. Okay. So here's how this works. I have a rule where if it lands on a paid item, of course they can take that, but I don't make anyone have to buy, take a paid item if they don't want to. So, okay, this is a sign-up sale ticket to win another edible ice cream sandwich, right? So he could take this to the Fidget Syndicate, okay? And he could, in theory, this is what he was trying to go for. He wants to spin, but I'm still going to explain it because it's good for people to explain. So he could take it and then he could ask Jedediah to make him something else, right? but it wouldn't be free because this one is free. Okay. So he's going to spin one more time. It's pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I like this. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, make sure I switch it back to desktop or you don't see. Okay. This is it. This is this.
I'm going to do it. So he wins.
You're going to click it?
So then Steven wins.
Okay. Okay. Bunny's here. She's going to click it.
Big money has to be bunny.
Okay. There it is. It's set up for you there.
Wrong.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Oh, oh, no. But it landed on. What? Are you kidding me?
It was the same one twice? Well, that's it's a respin. It's a respin.
Okay. Okay. That means I'm going to give it a shuffle. Is it okay if I give it a shuffle? I think we need to give it a shuffle. So I'm going to do a shuffle. What are the chances? Who knows? I don't know. Going to give it a shuffle. There we go. That's a shuffle. One shuffle. You clicking it again, baby?
Of course.
Okay. Ready to go. Here we go. Ah, Jesus, Steven, we don't get to do this all the time.
Command's ready to go.
Ready to go. Okay, and okay, this is it. This is it. This is what Steve is going home with. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's the flip side, boy. It's the flip side, boy.
Welcome.
That is your win. 100%. Perfect. Oh, that was weird.
What can I say except you're welcome?
That is a free item.
Side boy, it's for you.
So this is what he has won. The flip side boy from Fidget Boy with a custom leather case. Okay, there we go. It doesn't work. See, it doesn't always work. There's randomness to this. There's randomness to this still. Okay.
I guess we'll catch you on the flip side.
I guess we'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I've sent to Steven before, so I know how to get to him. So I'm going to get this to him. And hey, I mean, you got a pretty cool little case. Yeah, Darren says those cases are epic. That's pretty cool. So yeah, you're going to get a cool little case that you can carry other sliders in too. It's been getting broken in by that. So that's excellent. All right, guys. Man, it's hot here. Can we see it slide? Yeah, of course you can see it slide. Of course you can see it slide. So it's out of here. Okay, let's see it slide. This is a nice crunchy one, okay? I'll let you guys hear it and see it before I go, okay? Classic spinner. Been on the wheel forever.
Not a spinner.
Did I say spinner? I said spinner, yeah. Not a spinner. Slider. There we go. Okay. This is fun. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt Oshman again. And okay, doubly thank you, Matt Oshman, for like, oh my God, he put the stainless steel lambda on there, and he worked out getting me the Zirc one for that giveaway. Like, this is just crazy. Like, I mean, if people haven't understood like that Gaz is cool spinners, then I don't know what else to do at this point. Thank you, son. Thank you, Gaz EDC, for all this stuff. It's been a great live, and thank you, Steven, for playing. Sorry you didn't get exactly what you wanted, but the wheel knows all. This is what it is. And now you're a super winner. So now, please, Steven, in the future, still participate in wheel spins, right? Because if you win again, we get to throw the game into like random number guessing, and it's just going to be chaos, right? Because someone else has to win. You've had all of your wins for this 6-month period. We'll reset in July, and we'll reset the list and go again. But for now, thank you, everyone. Happy Father's Day. Love your dad. I'm Zachary Butcher, signing off.